And welcome back to Flo's Sports Fix on this Tuesday evening. Time for the Flowman to have a look at some local football. He's got Sunraysia and Hume coming up, but right now having a look at Mallee football.
It was a magnificent win by Murrayville, 12-8-80 to beat Peake, 8-16-64. And Peake's kicking in the third quarter put them out of this game. I commentated this one with the MFL TV crew. Got to say that Geordie Franks was good for Murrayville, but Mac Pedrick in the losing side won the Anzac Day medal. Lamoureux 12-15-87 were too good for Karoonda, 3-10-28. And in the final match at Beauty, Pittaroo at home, 11-13-79. The Superoos over BDT Crows, 9-11-65. Is there a changing of the guard coming? Five teams look very competitive here. The Karoonda just a little bit off the pace as we start the Mallee football season. Moving to KNT, and this was a superb round of football. Another classic game played here was between Pathway and Mundalla, 14-11-95 to the Lions. They beat the Mundalla Moot Tigers 14-7-91. A 4-point thrilling win by Pathway to take away this game from Mundalla. It's going to be a terrific season. You can already see that. The Sunday match, the Anzac game played between two old foes, was won by Narracourt 12-12-84, beating Kaibi Bolide 6-3-39. Meanwhile, Kingston Saints, this is the big surprise for everyone, have got up and beaten Lucindale 17-14, 116 to Lucindale 3-5-23. And if you talk about changing of the guard, maybe this great navy blue side Lucindale are in a bit of bother this year. Keith, no bother for them. They beat Penola 19-11 to 7-5. And again, do we see the changing of the guard with Penola after many seasons been right up there? Is it going to be a tough one for them this year? Border Districts, a terrific win for them. They got up and beat Bordertown 19-8 to 12-8 at Bordertown. And gee, the improvement we thought was coming from the Roosters, maybe a little further off than we expected. Let's now head to football played in the mid-southeast. And this was a big round for Kalangadoo, thrashing Mount Burr 16-7 to 4-5, and have Kalangadoo moved into premiership favouritism. Well, Congarong might have something to say about that. 19-17 to 9-6 from Nangwarry, albeit that's not a bad scoreline from Nangwarry. Robe 13-14-92 to Hatherley 8-14-62. Gee, the Robe Roosters might have something to say about whether or not the Kalangadoo are premiership favourites. They beat another of the favourites, Hatherley, in a terrific win by 5 goals. And Glencoe, too good for Tandanoola, 17-18, 120 to 5, 13-43. Finally, in River Murray, it was another win to Tailem Bend. They beat Imperials. This is for outright top position, and they did it 15-13 to 10-8. It was a great performance by Jervois, 17-6 to Ramblers, 8-6. And in a closer one, Meningie led this match, but at home just couldn't hang on. Manham finished them off 11-12-78 to 7-3-45.
And now crossing the border as the Flowman has a look at Sunraysia and Hume football.
Some terrific matches were played, and we firstly hit the Sunraysia, where the Own United Kangas have fallen so gallantly short of the Merbeen Footy Club. Was a close tussle right through to the end, but unfortunately for the Kangas, they got nailed by a couple of points. It was Merbeen 9-14-68, Own United 10-4-64. Own United won the reserve grade, but it was Merbeen in the 18s and 16s, and there was no match played in the 14s. In other Sunraysia football, Imperials thrashed Redcliffs. South Mildura had an easy win over Robinvale Euston, and a good close tussle between Wentworth and Mildura. The Anzac clash was 7-9-51 to Wentworth. Mildura 8-8-56, a 5-point margin going the way of Mildura. Heading now to North Central football, and it was a magnificent win by the Sea Lake Nandalee Tigers in an absolute thriller by just a handful of points over the old rival here in Birchip Watcham. It was 70-66, just 4 points in it. And a win by Wedderburn, 11-12-78 to Charlton, 8-8-56 to take that game. And the other two matches, a close one, Bort 8-10-58. They upset Donald 7-14-56, and gee, this is a big upset in the context of the Royal Blues season. While another upset here too, Sonata 12-2-74, beating Witcherproof Narraport 9-8-62. Just shows you good, accurate kicking is good football. Certainly was on the day there for the side that gets over the line. It makes it for a much better feeling, that is for sure. Well, in the final league we're covering today, we take a look at the matches that were played in the Hume Football League, and it was a absolute beauty. Play between Ramwell Bundry-Waller and Brock Burham Saints, and the Giants 13-15-93 beat Brock Burham 12-4-76. The Saints have not won a match in their first 3 outings. That is a big shock. What about CDHBU? They continue their winning form. They've won all 3 outings, 10-14 to the Murray Magpies 5-10. It was a Lockhart win over Calcan, 11-13-79 to Calcan, 11-8-74. That was a close one, their first loss of the season for the Lions, while the D's will be very happy getting their second win. While Henty had a good win, their second, and this was over Jindera. It was 15-14 to 8-10, while Holbrook 18-6 remaining undefeated by beating Howlong 12-4, and Osborne undefeated at the top, 17-18, 120, and Oaklands on the weekend beat the Billabong Crows 7-3-45. The poor old Crows lost all of their games through the day. Osborne just proving too strong, the Tigers, over the weekend. It was a very good weekend of country football matches.
Indeed it was, Flowman, and he'll have more local football results and other aspects of local football from New South Wales, Victoria and South Australia on tomorrow's Sports Fix, so make sure you're listening out for it. We've still got some EPL action to talk about, and the AFL. We'll get the Statman's AFL wrap. That's coming up for you next.